Hello, it's JANG here with a look at the LEGO Star Wars Series 3 Microfighter, the Resistance X-Wing Fighter. Now I like microfighters, I like the idea, I like being able to get a figure and a thing that's somewhat recognizable for such a low price, and I like the chibi style that they go for in general with these. The X-Wings, well, the last X-Wing, the T-65 that we got, was okay. It wasn't one of my favorite of the microfighters. This one isn't one of my favorite of the microfighters either. The T-70 X-Wing, it's mostly the same with the way that it's built and such, and the proportions and everything, which makes sense. You know, it ought to be. If they're comfortable, if the designer was comfortable with the first one that they did, then just make the necessary modifications here, mostly with the engine pods, change up the colors, and you're pretty much done. And that's mostly what they did here. Some small detail differences. I think it looks best from the back by far. That is its money shot in this case. But with these, for me, at the front, I think they just made them too stubby. I wish there was a little bit less length behind the pilot and more in front of the pilot. Of course, you're able to change the angles of your S-foils. They don't line up perfectly flat or anything. These are flick fire missiles, so you can actually shoot those out if you want to. And that's off and gone. Oh, it rolled right back to me. Cool. Did not expect that. Little stoppers keep the wings from going too far up and down, so you can just, without thinking about it, without looking at it, just pull these apart and they'll always go to the exact same angle. And let's take a closer look at that figure. Getting a good, proper Star Wars figure in such a small, inexpensive set is often a highlight of the microfighters, and this is no exception here because this is not just some generic character. This is actually a named character. On the box they say just Resistance X-Wing Pilot, but this is actually Snap. Temmin Wexley by name. He was in The Force Awakens. Nice exclusive helmet set up there, nice prints. I appreciate the dark orange color, even if it's not quite as bright as what my eyes saw in the movie and what my eyes see in the static materials, photographs and shots and stuff. And a good face, a good, well done, head print for this one. No alternate expression for it, but I think that's fine. It's good to get this figure. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this one. Glad to get the figure, not so hot on the build. Let me know what you think about this one. Leave your thoughts in a comment on the video, and I'll talk to you again soon.